At one point, WWE clearly saw Mr. Kennedy as a future main event star. He had the look, he had the voice, and he had a gimmick that felt tailor-made for television. But just a few years later, he was gone. So what actually happened to Mr. Kennedy? Mr. Kennedy debuted on WWE television in 2005, quickly standing out thanks to one thing most wrestlers didn't have, a microphone presence that felt natural. His over-the-top ring introductions weren't just a gimmick, they made him memorable. Fans knew exactly who he was within seconds of hearing him speak. By 2006 and 2007, WWE was clearly investing in him. He won the United States Championship. He won Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 23. And behind the scenes, he was being talked about as a future top guy. In fact, multiple reports over the years have suggested that Kennedy was originally planned to cash in Money in the Bank and become WWE champion. But that never happened. Instead, everything started to unravel. In 2007, Kennedy was abruptly stripped of the Money in the Bank briefcase. The reason given was injury, a torn triceps, though that injury was later disputed. Soon after, reports began surfacing about backstage issues. Other wrestlers accused Kennedy of working unsafely in the ring. Randy Orton was said to be unhappy with him. John Cena reportedly had concerns as well. Whether those complaints were exaggerated or not, the damage was done. In WWE, perception matters just as much as reality. And Kennedy's perception backstage was starting to turn. The situation worsened in 2009. Kennedy was involved in a storyline with Randy Orton that was meant to elevate him again. But after another alleged unsafe incident, Orton reportedly pushed for Kennedy to be removed from television. Shortly after, WWE released him. No long goodbye, no final push, just gone. For a wrestler once positioned so close to the top, it was a shocking fall. After leaving WWE, Kennedy reinvented himself as Mr. Anderson in TNA Wrestling. There, he found moderate success. He won the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. He proved he could still be a main event player outside WWE, but the momentum never fully matched what had once been promised. Over time, Anderson transitioned into other roles, acting, announcing, and eventually wrestling training. Today, he runs a wrestling school and makes occasional appearances, far removed from the spotlight he once seemed destined for. So what really happened to Mr. Kennedy? Some believe injuries derailed his momentum. Others believe backstage politics sealed his fate. And some think he simply arrived in WWE at the wrong time, surrounded by stars with far more leverage. The truth is probably a mix of all three. Mr. Kennedy wasn't the first wrestler to be pushed too fast, and he won't be the last, but he remains one of WWE's biggest what-ifs, a reminder of how quickly everything can change behind the curtain.